Have you ever picked up your phone and you thought, wasn't this thing much faster when I first bought it? Apps take extra seconds to open. Scrolling through social media isn't as smooth anymore. Most smartphones aren't actually becoming slow because the hardware suddenly gave up. In reality, your smartphone is actually or usually is fighting against years of background processes, unnecessary settings, overloaded storage, heat, and software that is becoming increasingly demanding. Trust me, before you think about buying a new smartphone, watch this video till the end because one of these tips could save you some extra cash. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood features on modern Android smartphone, virtual RAM. Depending on your brand, you may know it as RAM Plus, memory extension, extended RAM, or dynamic RAM. Manufacturers love advertising these features because it sounds incredible. Imagine buying a phone with 8 GB of RAM and then seeing an option that promises to increase it up to 12 GB or even 16 GB with just one tap. Naturally, it sounds incredible, amazing. More RAM, more speed, right? Unfortunately, that's not exactly how it works. Virtual RAM doesn't magically create extra physical memory inside your smartphone. Instead, it takes a portion of your internal storage and temporarily uses it as a RAM. While this sounds clever, your internal storage is nowhere as fast as a physical RAM. On phones with 6 GB or 8 GB of more physical RAM, enabling virtual RAM can actually make multitasking feel less responsive because your phone spends more time reading and writing data to slower storage. The second thing quietly slowing down your phone is something almost every Android user has: bloatware and background analytics. When you buy a new smartphone, it usually comes preloaded with apps you never asked for. Many of these constantly check for updates, collect user statistics, synchronize information, and refresh notifications in the background. Every single one of these tiny background activities eats up your processing power, memory, and battery life. One or two apps won't make a huge difference, but when you have 30 or 40 unnecessary applications running, your phone starts working harder than it needs to. That's before we even consider the apps you have installed yourself over the years. Avoid downloading phone cleaner or RAM booster apps. Android is already great at managing memory. These apps just create more works for your processor. Many people believe that when they swipe an app away from the recent app screen, it's completely closed. Unfortunately, that's not how Android works. Messaging apps, emails, and cloud storage need to stay active in the background. That is perfectly normal. The problem starts when apps that you don't normally use need to stay or need to be active in the background and they are giving unrestricted access to your phone's battery. Some games, shopping apps, and wallpaper apps continue refreshing information all day long, even when you haven't opened them for weeks. Open your battery settings and check which apps have been granted unrestricted battery usage. Ask yourself, does this app genuinely need to stay awake 24 hours a day? If the answer is no, change it to optimized or restricted. Less background activity means less heat, which means a faster phone. Now let's talk about something many Android users absolutely love: customization. One of Android's biggest advantage is the freedom to install third-party apps, launchers, live wallpapers, weather widgets, and fancy visual effects. And honestly, some of them look absolutely amazing, but here's the downside. Every single widget you add is another thing your phone has to keep updated. Weather widgets constantly refresh the forecast. Live wallpapers continuously render animations individually. They don't seem like a big deal, but together they create a massive workload. If you are using an older phone or an entry-level device, these extra features can heavily reduce responsiveness. If your phone has started feeling slow, go back to the default launcher for a few days. Replace your animated wallpapers with a static one and remove widgets you rarely look at. A cleaner home screen drastically reduces the amount of work your phone has to do every single second. Now for my favorite tip, this is the easiest performance improvement you ever make, and it doesn't require downloading any app or deleting any data. All you need is developer options. If you have never enabled it before, don't worry, it's completely safe. Open developer options and scroll until you find three settings: window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. By default, they are set to 1.0x. Change each one to 0.5x. This setting doesn't make your processor faster or increase RAM. It simply tells Android to spend less time playing animation whenever you open or close your app. Since the animation finishes twice as quickly, your brain perceives the phone as being much faster. It's a tiny adjustment with a surprisingly massive impact. So before we wrap up, let's answer a few questions I get asked all the time. Does a factory reset actually make your phone faster? Well, the answer is yes, but only under certain condition. If you have been using the same smartphone for 3 or 4 years, accumulated gigabytes of cached files, updated through multiple Android versions, a factory reset will genuinely breathe new life into your smartphone. However, if your phone has a weak processor or only has 3 GB of RAM trying to run heavy apps built for 2026, a factory reset isn't going to perform miracles. It can fix software related slowdowns, but it can't upgrade your hardware. So what's the conclusion of today's video? Most smartphones don't become slow because of manufacturers' sabotage. They become slow because they're carrying years of digital bondage. But the good news is you can fix a lot of these problems yourself. Now the thing is, I want to hear from you. How old is your current phone, and what's one thing that annoys you the most about performance? Let everyone know down in the comment section, because someone else might have a solution that works for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumb up. Also subscribe to All Round Review and turn on post notification so you don't miss another smartphone tips like these, reviews or hidden features. Thanks for watching. My name is Mr. Roy and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.